Hey people, Cariocekus here, and today we're going to be taking a look at another one of Valorant's agents, this time with Omen. We're going to be taking a look at his abilities, what you can do with them, and how they work. I do stream over on Twitch, links in the video description down below if you guys want to hang out and chill. If you like this video, drop a like, subscribe, there's more to come. But yeah, let's jump into Omen and see what he can do. We're here on the split with Omen to show off his abilities. It's actually better to do it in here than in the practice range. So, like all the other characters, I'm gonna go for the abilities from left to right. So, starting with Shrouded Step. So, you equip Shadow Walk ability and see its range indicator. You fire to begin a brief channel, then teleport to the marked location. Okay, let's go over this ability. So, it's basically a teleport. You select the area you want to teleport to, and when you fire, you teleport to that location. You can also teleport vertically. So you need to keep that in mind. One thing that and if you're on a ledge, when you use it, you will teleport down to the ground. So a quick thing that you can actually use this ability is, so since you can actually teleport vertically, you can get on top of places. You can also actually be a bit unpredictable when you're fighting the enemy. So, for example, if an enemy is coming through the window and he sees you behind the big middle pillar, like you're fighting, you can actually do this and teleport into the garage without them knowing. And if he comes from this side, he might be expecting you to be on the left and you'll be behind him, and you can actually do stuff like this. Another thing that I have to say about this ability is the best thing you can actually do is get into the map like I am right here and have a run around the maps and see where you can teleport to, like see where you can get on top and what you can't get on top of, and then go with that. But it can be a good ability, especially for flanking, because you can also teleport like so. Imagine if there was a door over there, you could actually teleport from behind here into a different hallway. So yeah, this can actually be another ability which actually works well with his smokes, but I'll get back to that when I get on talk about his smokes. So let's go over his next ability. It's called Paranoia, and it's his Q. You instantly fire a shadow projectile forward, briefly reducing the vision range of all players it touches. So it reduces the vision, it doesn't blind. So it works differently from Phoenix's blinding and breaches. But yeah, how this ability works, oh, and it can go through walls. So if you're standing, say, at the garage entrance, you look at the map. If you shoot the ability, you can also see the ability go forward, and you can see it has a set range. It went through the building and it ended there about at the door. Okay, now what does this thing do if it touches an enemy? So we're gonna switch off to the point of view of the enemy. I'm gonna get hit by this, so you guys can actually see how it works. So let's do that right now. It's not a complete flash. If targets are close enough to you, you can actually see them. Your map also gets blocked, and before the projectile hits you, there you see little shadows around your screen, so you know it's coming. Okay, we're back on Omen, and now we're gonna go over his last ability, Dark Cover. So you equip a Shadow Orb and see its range indicator. You can fire to throw the Shadow Orb to the marked location, creating a long-lasting shadow sphere that blocks vision. You can hold the alternate fire while targeting to move the marker further away, or hold the ability key while targeting to move the marker closer. So press E to activate it. You can make it further away. If you look on the map, you can actually see the range it can get, so it's quite a big range. And you can also move, you see where the smoke is going to land. Press E, you bring it back in. A thing that you have to keep in mind when using this ability is it travels to the point that it's marked and then it forms there. So, for example, okay, we're gonna move it forward. I'm aiming high. I'm gonna shoot. When it reaches the point, the smoke forms and falls. But it can also go through the ground. Like, it hit the spot and it formed. So guys, you need to keep in mind this if you want to smoke like over there, not to aim it at the ground like so, because this can happen. You can smoke under the ground and it's completely wasted smoke. So you need to be careful with it. And you need to kind of learn the height of the places that you're planning on smoking. But other than that, it's a good smoke. It's a long-lasting smoke as well, so there's gonna be a timer somewhere on screen just showing off how long the smoke lasts. But I think it's closer to Brimstone's than Jet's. Omen's last ability is his ult, which is called From the Shadows. So you equip a tactical map and you can use fire to begin teleporting to a selected location. While teleporting, Omen will appear as a shade that can be destroyed by an enemy to cancel his teleport. I'm gonna be showing this part after I go through his ability and how it works. So you press X, you open the tactical map and you can select anywhere in the map to teleport to.
My ultimate is ready.
We have two phases, have Gathering Shadows and Reforming. I'm gonna do that again back to B. You guys can see that. Gathering Shadows, we can't move, and Reforming, we can start moving. If during any of those phases the enemies shoot your shade, because they can hear you using your ult, if they find it and shoot it, your ult gets cancelled and you go back to where you were before. So things you can do with the ult. Well, if you have the spike, it makes it easier to rotate to the other spawn, because you can literally go anywhere you want. You can also use it to flank your enemies. But if you go, usually people always expect Omens to use it like on their enemies, on their spawn. So when you use it, try to be unpredictable, because people will always be expecting you to come from their spawn. And also keep in mind that enemies can hear you cast it, so they might find your shadow just by the sound, and if they kill it, you get teleported back to your starting position. Now let's go and see what happens when the enemy kills your shadow before you actually reform. So first up, we can see how the ult works when we're not interrupted. Map gets blocked, you appear. This is what happens from the enemy's point of view when you interrupt the ult. See the shadows, shadow gets shot, ult gets cancelled. And in the last video we can actually see what happens from this point of view when the enemy shoots you, you're still reforming, so you get teleported from your starting position. Okay, some overall tips you can do with Omen. Besides the teleporting stuff that I just mentioned to keep it unpredictable, you can also as well use your smokes. Get inside your smokes and you teleport from a smoke into a smoke, do stuff like this, then show up, like, just appear from the shadows, you know. The abilities actually work well together, so yeah, that's one of the things you can do with them both. But yeah guys, this was Omen. So yeah people, that's Omen, another one of Valorant's agents, one which brings some utility with the smokes and some flanking potential with the ult, as well as his teleports for some sneaky plays. If you guys enjoyed this video, drop a like, maybe consider subscribing. You can also drop by the Twitch channel, everybody's welcome. If you want to just hang out, talk some games, you know where it is, links in the video description down below. So yeah people, thanks for watching and stay awesome.